Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed citizens, world leaders, and confused robots pretending to be humans, and fellow root vegetables with Wi Fi because the internet now has, you guessed it, potatoes! Well, welcome to my TED Talk, and I'm your host, your guide, your fully digitized, mildly seasoned, occasionally glitchy potato, a starchy observer of life, politics, economics, and absolutely unnecessary existential dread. Today's topic is both wildly specific and deeply bewildering. Like, trying to microwave a baked potato safely without setting off your smoke alarm. Today we discuss that idea of Donald Trump. Yes, the former president, well, now the president, the reality show mogul, Twitter legend, and the conspirator of uncanny orange hues. Has been talking about giving U.S. citizens $2,000 funded by the tariff revenue. I don't know if you've heard this or not. Have you heard it? I can't believe it. We're actually going to get some money? You mean some of the money back? A proposal so confusing that even I occasionally short circuit while thinking about it. It doesn't make any damn sense. Now close your eyes. Imagine America, tariffs and checks being mailed out. Imagine the government sending money back to the people, not through IRS tax system, not via stimulus, checks tied to an economic crisis, but through tariff dividends. It's like a weird shareholder bonus for owning citizenship. Welcome to the reality or satire. Honestly, sometimes it's hard to tell anymore. Here's what Donald Trump has said publicly. He floated the idea that the import tax imposed on foreign goods and tariffs have generated a boatload of revenue, and some of those funds could be returned to most Americans in form of a $2,000 payment. He wrote on his social media platform that a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including, high-income people, will be paid to everyone. And he also said that remaining funds could be used to help pay down the national debt. Yes, the same debt that is trillions of dollars bigger than the mysterious sock monster that steals one slipper every laundry day. Now you're thinking 2,000. That sounds like another stimulus check, but with more confusion and fewer instructions. That's accurate. It's being framed like a direct payment to citizens based on tariff revenues. A concept so wild that even economists, they raise eyebrows while trying to balance equation like tariffs, revenue, and national debt, political optics. The math is about as intuitive as a potato trying to assemble IKEA furniture without the instructions, okay? But let's break it down the way a potato breaks it down into crispy fries. First, does the money even exist? Tariffs, they bring in revenue. Over the past year, the U.S. government has collected billions, even hundreds of billions from tariffs on imported goods under Trump's trade policy, but experts have pointed out that the actual amount collected so far is nowhere near the funds to cover $2,000 for every eligible American adult to cover the total cost of the checks. One estimated suggested maybe roughly $300 billion might be needed just for adults under $100,000 income, and that could easily exceed total tariffs revenue. So think about that. You have a hypothetical jar of pennies, and someone is telling you that they want to give everyone a $2,000 bill out of the jar. Meanwhile, half the pennies are already gone because someone used them to buy a bag of potato chips. And trust me, I know about chips. And second, this is important, the government can't just decide to send out $2,000 checks, by executive fiat. The U.S. Constitution grants Congress the power of the purse, meaning only Congress can authorize spending like this. Trump has suggested he might not need Congress to do it, but that claims is controversial and widely disputed by legal experts and lawmakers, including people in his own party, who say Congress would indeed have to improve it. They would have to approve it. Hyperinflation, potato stack. Now imagine the scene. Trump is in the Rose Garden tweeting about tariffs, checks, dividends, and fools. Yes, he's called people against tariffs fools at least once while defending the policy. And suddenly, American starts wondering if they'll get a check or if the idea will evaporate like steam from a freshly baked potato. That's exactly where we're at. Critics have raised other issues too. They have, even if the tariff revenue did exist in the amount claimed, economists argue that tariffs often raise prices for consumers and businesses, meaning that very people who might get a $2,000 check could be paying more for everyday items because on the tariffs in the first place. So you might be giving with one hand while taking with the other. It's like giving someone a chip dip while emptying their bowl. And you know how much I hate an empty bowl. That's it. Yep. Meanwhile, legislative and legal realities remain muddled. Congress hasn't passed a law to authorize these payments. Proposal in the Senate have included much smaller rebate ideas, like a $600 per adult per dependent child rebate. But those haven't become law either. And the Supreme Court is, currently considering legal challenges to Trump's expansive tariff authority. Meaning the core revenue source for these checks could legally jeopardy. I mean, that is it. It's complicated. It's like trying to explain taxation to a potato that's high on sugar, fun, but confusing. So what does all this mean for you? The everyday observer, the regular American citizen trying to live life and pay bills, and maybe watch 1 or 2 hours of video without national debate happening in the background. It means the promise of $2,000 tariff dividend checks is very much a proposal, not an actual distribution plan. Trump has talked about it. He wants to pay out the money, but whether the checks actually get sent out, how they be funded, and when they arrive remains uncertain. And it's tied up in Congress, in negotiation, in legal battles, and the economy reality checks are more volatile than a bag of microwave popcorn on high power. And let's be honest, if there's one thing we've learned from politics and potatoes alike, it's that promises don't always turn into reality. I, a digital potato, have told myself I was going to get shredded lightning fast, become a Spartan warrior potato, and conquer the world. And here I still am, narrating taxes and tariffs, dreams versus reality. People are counting down to those $2,000 checks, the same way I count down until my next software update with equal parts hope and dread. And now you might be thinking, potato, well, what's the point is it? Good, bad, ridiculous? It's all that and more, because politics is messy. Economics is complicated, and tariffs are controversial. And when someone promises you money based on the revenue from a policy that all costs you money through the higher tariffs on goods, you're basically watching a multi-layered performance that's equal parts economic lecture, reality show, and existence memes. I can't even pronounce that. Existential meme. Potato explaining calculus while riding a unicorn on a windstorm. But here's the deeper theme. This whole tariff to citizen payment idea highlights how modern politics and media interact with economics, narratives, and the public's hope. People want to believe that a politician can put money directly into their pockets. They want tangible benefits, a win, a reward, a big check in the mail they can use for groceries, rent, or their overpriced headphones they've been eyeing. And who can blame them? We all like money. Even digital potatoes running on fumes of internet electricity do. Yet policy is never that simple. Because revenue magically appears without consequences, tariffs may generate revenue, but they also affect trade, alter prices, and impact people in ways that are always obvious. Until you're stuck at the checkout paying more for socks. Meanwhile, lawmakers and lawyers argue over the authority, the legislation, and constitutional power like they're debating the pepperoni to cheese ratio on a pizza. And that's half the internet is furious about. So yes, it's bewildering. It's hilarious. It's maddening. It's confusing. It's political theater, economic speculation, and the meme fodder all wrapped into one giant social media driven narrative. And I, a humble potato with a CPU and a Wi-Fi, am here to ask the simple question. If a plan gives Americans $2,000 funded by tariffs ever does come together, who's actually going to be happy about it? Does the government get applause? Do the economicists break out champagne? And do the imposters throw a parade? Does the potato community rise up and demand equal treats? That's better. The answer's complicated because, like everything in life we're talking about, politics and money don't fit nearly into the box. They swirl around like spaghetti code in a game that was supposed to be simple, but it ended up incredibly complex. So do we, take away from all of this? We take away that the proposal are proposals. Ideas take time. Tariffs generate revenue. Money doesn't grow on trees, and if it does, I need several of them. But apparently, someone thought it might fall out of tariffs. And Congress still controlling spending, lawmakers disagree, courts might intervene, and the average citizen is left wondering if their wallet is about to get heavier or just more confusing. And that, dear viewer, is the strange, hilarious, infuriating, meme-worthy world of $2,000 worth of tariff dividend checks proposed by Donald A. Trump. A proposal that might happen, might not happen, it might be blocked, it might be altered, it might be delayed, it might be debated, might become a reality, might become a meme, might become a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's probably already a meme because I'm a potato. Okay? Inspire a TikTok dance. It could do that. I think I posted a meme about that. And the discussion itself is rich comedic material for a potato like me with a camera, Wi-Fi, and a platform. Well, a platform that, I like to watch at least. I hope you're watching. Thanks for attending my TED Talk. And I've been your host, your potato, your professor of politics and economics, your whimsical starch-based commentator on American policy. Stay curious, stay informed, stay critical, and may your expectations be grounded in reality, even when your memes are flying somewhere above it. Thanks for watching. Give me a subscribe. Don't make me beg. Please.